What's up YouTube? This is BX Bomber 718 coming back at you with another unboxing video. Today I have here the Asus DirectQ 2OC GeForce 760 GTX from Asus. Now these series of graphics cards were released by NVIDIA in June of this year. I'm using this to upgrade from my previous graphics card, which was the GTX, Asus GeForce GTX 560. Now, just to show you guys a comparison, let me zoom out. Zoom out and let you see the comparison between the two boxes. As you can see, the new Asus 760 is in a much smaller box than the GeForce 560 DirectQ. And if you look even at this angle, you can see the difference in size of the two boxes. And if I lay the 560 over it, you can also see how much more wasted space, and I wouldn't really say wasted space, but how much bigger the GeForce GTX 560 DirectQ 2OC box is as opposed to the 760. Now I went ahead and went with the 760 because the performance of the 760 is on par with GTX 670 and 680 from the last series that NVIDIA released. Also comes with a slight OC, factory overclocked by Asus, and I also like the DirectQ 2 cooling system that they have on here, the heat pipes and the heatsink that they use, which makes it very silent. And that's one of the things I loved about my GTX 560, that it was very quiet and the temp stayed, I think even when I gamed, I think the highest was like 72 degrees. So I know this is going to run just as cool. So let's put this aside for a second and let's focus on this right here. Alright, just so you guys can get some stats on comparison between the 560 and the 760. GeForce 560 is on the 40 nanometer Fermi architecture. The stock core frequency is 810 megahertz. The GDR5 memory frequency is 1001 megahertz. The 560 also has a 192-bit memory bus interface, 336 unified shaders, it has 56 texture address units, it has 32 rasterization operator units, has a max TDP of 150 watts, the 560. It's also shader model 5, PCI Express 2.0 on the 16 lane, X16 lane, and it's OpenGL 4.1. And the release date for the 560 series was May 2011. Also on that Asus GeForce GTX 560 OC, Asus bumped up the core clock to 850 megahertz. So it has about a 40 megahertz boost in core clock frequencies. Now for the GTX 760 here, this is on the Kepler 28 nanometer fabrication process. It also comes with, well, not this one, but the 760 series has a stock core frequency of 980 megahertz, GDDR5 memory frequency of 1502 megahertz. It has a much wider memory bus at 256 bits over the 560. It has 1152 unified shaders, 96 texture address units, 32 rasterization operator units. This has a max TDP power consumption of 170 watts, so it's 20 watts more than the 560, even though it's on a smaller fabrication, which is strange, but not so much so if you look at all the other specifications. Also shader model 5, PCI Express 3.0 on the 16th X16 lane on your motherboard. OpenGL 4.3, they stepped it up with this, and this release date again is June 2013. Asus bumped up the core clock to 1006 megahertz from 980 megahertz. So it's a 26 megahertz core clock boost that they did on this graphics card. So just so you can take a look, so you can see what the cover looks like. The box is really small. I've never had a graphics card in such a small compact box before. And so you can see here, that's the side. Alright, then here's the back. The back gives you specifications, you know, it gives you a picture of the cooling unit. Alright, it tells you direct power, super alloy power. Also comes with GPU tweak, but you know, we don't use the CD install anything. Also goes to tell you the I/O ports on the back of the graphics card, and just gives you some general information here. That's this side here. You can see. So there you go. Alright, back to the front. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. It's the first unboxing I'm doing. I just took it out of the UPS box. I got this from Newegg for $259. Alright. Alright, so we greeted with the white box here. Open it up. Wow, the presentation for this thing is nothing like the 560. And for those of you who wants to know anything about the 560, I have an unboxing video that you can check out on my channel, so take a look at that. But really, you're not really greeted with anything fancy. It's a simple white box, white styrofoam. Just the graphics card, and put it aside for a second. It comes with an 8-pin to 6-pin cable, which I will not be using. Alright. It also comes with setup manual that has color. Wow, look. Color. Never seen that before in an instruction manual. Okay, well, whatever. We don't read this anyway. Comes with a driver and GPU tweak CD, which we don't use. This is outdated. Alright, let me go ahead and put this stuff back. Very simple, nothing fancy. Alright, and here's the graphics card here. Now, it feels much smaller than the 560 that I had. Let me zoom in for you guys so you can see. Take this off. And obviously it's going to be a little small because the fabrication process is 28 nanometers. So the die is shrunk, you know, so the PCB or the board is going to be a little smaller as well. So that's expected. Alright, so here it is. Okay, as you can see, Asus puts a covering on the PCI Express slot, which is good. Stop it from any static electricity or corrosion. Now our I/O ports on the back, we have two DVI-D. We have a display port, a full display port, and a full HDMI with a little vent here. Alright. This is this side here. Let me turn it around for you guys so you can see it. That's the direct cool label. It feels very sturdy, just like my 560. It's made of the same material. I think this is a plastic metal alloy or something. I'm not sure. It feels really unique. Can't really describe it. But we have the two fans here. I think these are 80mm fans on here, 60 or 80mm fans on here. I'm not 100% sure. We have the two SLI ports here. Alright, and there's some of the heat sink right here. This one uses aluminum heat pipes here. Okay, and that's it. I mean, you know, we also have the 8-pin connector up here. Alright, so it can pull some power from the directly from the PSU, and it also pulls power from the PCI Express lane on the motherboard. And that's it. It's red, black, and it's new. So just so you guys can get a comparison between this is the GTX 560. Now, even though the 760 is the older, is the newer, younger brother, this is the 560. As you can see, okay, let me move them up so you guys can see. As you can see, they look similar, but the 560 is much bigger. The Direct Cool 2 sign is right here, and the Direct Cool 2 sign on the 760 is here. Alright. As far as the I/O ports, is a change here. As you can see, the 560 up top has a 2 DVIs and 1 mini HDMI, which I hated. This one has a 2 DVIs, DisplayPort, and full HDMI. Right? So just so you can see. Now also the 560 uses copper heat pipes, which I would have preferred, but we'll see how this performs as far as temperature. And I will do a follow-up video for you guys. I'm going to run PC Mark on this once I update the build with this. I'm also going to run 3D Mark Vantage, 3D Mark 11, and 3D Mark 2013, the new 3D Mark. And so you guys can get an idea roughly of synthetic benchmarks. And then I got a couple of games that I'll probably bench with it too. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But just so you guys can see, it's the 560. It's the new 760. So I'm replacing the 560 with the 760 series, and I'll definitely give you guys some feedback on the differences between the two performance-wise. If you guys have any questions, comments, you know what to do. Put everything down at the bottom. If I don't respond, I'm probably busy, but I will eventually get to you guys. But stay tuned, I have more unboxing videos to come, alright? Signing out, BX Bomber.